Hello everyone, let's start recapitulation of the chapter History, Devotional Paths to the Divine. As you know, when the people express their devotion toward the God by different ways, like through singings, through perform ritual, kirtans, kavali, etc., or through meditation. Okay, so they are the different kind of mode by which we can express our devotion toward God. Okay. In 18th century, the two religious movement like Sufis and Bhakti emerged. Now, the devotion to God without discrimination, the basis of caste, color, creed, gender, place of birth, uh, was taught by Bhakti and Sufi saints. Okay, both Sufi and Bhakti movement had several common traits, and they spread as popular movement at about the same time. So first talk about the idea of supreme God. As you know, the small kingdom emerge in the large, small empire emerge into large kingdom. So the different group of people worship their chosen deity, their own god and goddess. So the many people live together, they belong to the different religion. Okay, as the people brought together through the growth of town, trade, empire, and the new idea began to develop. That new idea was the bhakti. The new idea of bhakti developed. The idea that all human beings are not equal at birth gained grounded during this period. So through bhakti movement, the people tried to that everyone equal in the society, to try to prove that things that everyone equal in the society. The idea of Supreme Court who could deliver human from bondage through devotion or bhakti emerged. That the people start to thought that if they follow the path of bhakti, that everyone became equal. क्योंकि जब हम जो चीज हम शुरू से बचपन से देखते हैं, सुनते हैं, तो वही दैट थिंग्स केप्ट इन आवर माइंड कि हाँ ऐसा ही होता है, कि लोगों को भी लगने लग गया था हम लोअर कास्ट है तो दिस काइंड ऑफ जो राइट्स है हमें नहीं है कि हम लोग भक्ति करें. तो बट थ्रू दिस भक्ति मूवमेंट एवरीवन स्टार्टेड थिंकिंग कि इससे हमारा लोअर कास्ट अपर कास्ट का जो गैप है ये हट जाएगा. गॉड एंड गॉडेस वर्शिप इन डिफरेंट एरिया came to be identified with the Shiva, Vishnu and Durga. It is up to totally depend on their chosen deity. Now the new kind of bhakti movements emerged. There were the two kind of movements popular in South India, Nayanars and Alwars. Okay. Now the 7th to the 19th century saw the emerge a new religious movement led by the Nayanars. Nayanars mean the saint devotee to Vishnu, and the Alwars the saint devotee to बोलिए Alwars saint devotee to Shiva or Vishnu. Nayanars means the saint devotees to Shiva. Nayanars. Okay. And the Alvars, the saint devotee to Vishnu. So you identify with a V. If the V is coming, so it's mean the Alvars mean the saint devotee to Vishnu. And Nayanars may there is no V alphabet, so it's mean the saint devotee to Shiva. Those follow the god as they follow their god Shiva, so they were known as the कौन से devotee हैं? They are Nayanars. Those the saint devotee to Vishnu, कौन से days are they were called Alvars. And these were came from the different caste. And which kind of caste? The caste considered untouchables. Okay, untouchables caste like everyone underline Polyas and Panas. Okay, so मैंने आपको above passage में क्या बताया था? Only the upper caste allowed for worship. But when this bhakti movement introduced, so क्या हुआ? Through this bhakti movement, the untouchable, the lower caste also started bhakti, worshipping to God. They sharply critical of Buddhist and Jaina, the preach ardent of love of Shiva and Vishnu as a path of salvation. The Nayanar and Alvars, how they spread their bhakti ideas, they spread this, they went from place to place, composing poems of the praise of their chosen deity in the village, and they visited and set them to music. The Chola and Pandya kings built elaborate temple and many of the shrines. Now, what do you understand by the mean of hagiography? Means religious biography known as the which biography written writing of saint's life. Religious biography, writing of saint's life, known as hagiography. What is hagiography? Writing of saint's life or religious biography. Religious biography like the religious biography of Alvars, religious biography of Nayanars. Like if we have a account of the Apar, Sundrar, the many the famous Nayanars, Tevaram and okay, Mani Kavya Sagar, and Alvars like we have a account to like Andal. Andal कौन थी? She is the किसकी डॉटर थी? एक वन फेमस अलवर devotee. Now next one is a philosophy of bhakti. Shankara as a philosopher of the Kerala advocated the Aditya of or the doctrine of oneness of the individual soul. The supreme God with the ultimate reality. This is the actual meaning of his philosophy, which the supreme God, which is ultimate reality. This is the meaning of his Aditya. Means the supreme God is the ultimate reality. He taught that Brahma, the only ultimate reality, was formless without any attribute. He considered that world around us भी illusion और माया जाल में फंसा हुआ है सारा जो लोग हैं. तो if you want to attain the mukti or mokshi, so you get only through bhakti. You should understand the nature of Brahman. And Ramanuj, who born in Tamil Nadu in the 11th century, he deeply influenced by Alvars. So according to him, if you want to attain the salvation through intense devotion to Vishnu, so his doctrine was Vishnu Aditya, qualified one, is that soul even when untidy with the supreme God remain distinct. Okay, so these are the two doctrine of, one is Shankaracharya and second one is Ramanuj. Fine.